Hey guys, it's Cheryl Lawson. Welcome to the Cheryl Lawson Show here on Spreaker. This is going to be something new and weird for me today. I'm going to do this live Spreaker while I'm doing a live Twitter chat. So, for those of you who are new to Twitter and new to Twitter chats, this might be a really good opportunity for you to learn while we're doing this, and then I'll give you some tips if you're maybe not new to Twitter, but you have not hosted your own Twitter chat. That maybe this will be some behind the scenes for you and kind of how I conduct one of these. These are Twitter chats that I'm hosting leading up to the Social Media Tulsa conference. I haven't decided or hadn't decided up to this point to maintain Twitter chats throughout the year just because my schedule didn't allow it and I wasn't sure whether this was something I wanted to do. But I mean, I love Twitter chats, so I think I'll probably keep doing this after the conference is over. So hopefully you'll keep tuning in and you'll learn something here or maybe even join in. So the first thing is to know that the hashtag for the Twitter chat is SM Tulsa, SMTULSA, and we'll be talking about social media for educators. Well, we won't be talking about it, we'll be tweeting about it, and I'm going to just kind of help you along, and then if you have a question for our Twitter guest, who is one of our speakers at the conference, Danica Jones. She tweets at DIY Adventurer. She's also a social media expert and specialist at one of the local agencies here in Tulsa, Quantus Creative. So we're really happy to have her on board. But so it's now 12:59. I'm going to get started here in just a second. But what I did was I created a series of questions ahead of time. Some people do, some people don't. I like to at least give, in the event that nobody asks a question during the Twitter chat, that we have some questions to get answered that are relevant to the topic, right? So I sent over questions to Danica yesterday, day before, and on Google Plus, which is really interesting. But I like the Google Plus. I could create the questions in a text document and then just copy and paste it over, or I can create it there and then only share it with her, and then we can use that as our back channel, if you will. So I'm going to send my first tweet, and let's see, I'm going to just say welcome to SM Tulsa to the chat. Because if you're in tweet chat, you don't have to add the hashtag if you're in tweet chat. And so now you're finding out that I can't type and talk at the same time. But I will try to do my best as things get along. So I'm using tweet chat. If you go to TWEET chat.com, you'll see the login information. You can sign in using your Twitter account. Say that you'll accept the connection with your Twitter account. If you're not logged on, you can go ahead and log in that way. At the top, you'll see the place where you enter in your hashtag. Just type in SM Tulsa and hit go once you're logged in. And there you'll actually see all of the SM Tulsa tweets and the tweets in this particular conversation live and as they happen. Right now I have on refresh speed, I have my refresh set to every 5 seconds. So I think the default is set for 10 seconds. And so you can change it however you want. So What I did was I just sent a nice little welcome to Danica for joining us in the Twitter chat. She's already responded. Hopefully, we'll get some more people into the chat giving a greeting. And while we're waiting for those folks, because it really does take a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question, and it's going to be something that's a little fun. If you have a question while we're on the Spreaker, because I might actually have a few pauses, go ahead and ask the question on Twitter using the hashtag, right? So go ahead and SM Tulsa hashtag, and then just ask your question, and I'll see it, and then I'll either retweet it or I'll have Danica go ahead and answer it. If you want to let people know that you're listening on Spreaker, please do that in the hashtag, and that'll be kind of fun. That if this is cool, we'll do it again. Okay, so the first question I sent to her was, what was her favorite Super Bowl ad? And hopefully we'll get her response as well as a few others. So you can go in and tweet your favorite Super Bowl ad as well. I think, I just saw something from Mashable that said that while I thought the GoDaddy ad was completely gross, and not because it was a cute girl kissing a nerdy guy, I mean, that happens every day in the universe, but it was just the noise and it just seemed really weird. But hey, Mashable just posted something that said they had the best sales day in the business in the company history. So what do I know from gross? I guess people really liked that. Oh, okay. And so Danica has responded that the Audi's prom spot was her favorite. Oh, okay. And then she posted a link to it. You know what? I think I might have missed that one. So I'm gonna play it. Oh, well, first we have to let the ad go by. Oh, here we go. That was
Lots of people go by themselves.
No, they don't.
Hey, son. Have fun tonight.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember the kid that came back with the black eye. All righty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask Danica the first question. Um, well, maybe I won't ask her. I was going to ask her a follow-up to the Audi question, that the fact that she liked that one. Accidentally caught the Super Bowl at the laundry. Now that's funny. Did you? I'm gonna just ask her if she let me see if she uh, thinks that she that Audi got some good brand out of that. Oh, okay. So we have some other folks. Okay. So it spoke to the underdog in her. Oh, oh, you're not an underdog. Oh, I think it spoke to. Kudos to Audi. To Audi. Welcome. That's okay. And so we have Vikingo, AGP coming in the chat. And so what I try to do is, because I'm doing this alone without without an additional moderator, I try to greet people who come into the chat and give a greeting. So I'm going to now ask her second question, and I was going to do a follow-up question. Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, so here's the question, and then you hear my phone, and I'm going to mute that because I definitely know that I can't type, talk, and answer the phone at the same time. So, oops, it's Qantas Creative here in Tulsa. Qantas, let me make sure that that's it. Slide showy. Okay, I think I spelled that right. So I just wanted to make sure that I had the spelling of her company name right. So he liked the Ram Truck Farmers ad. Made me stop and take notice is what I'm going to I would imagine that Becky McCrae would have liked that one as well, since she is in fact a farmer, but she didn't watch the Super Bowl, so I guess yeah, I guess we can't really talk to her about it. So in fact, what was interesting was when I saw that Ram truck commercial with God Made a Farmer with the voiceover. I immediately went over to Becky McCrae's account to see what she said about it. So that kind of gives you the impact of the relationships that we create here in social. Is that I felt something, but I have history of farming and farmers in our family, but I know a farmer, right? Becky McCrae is somebody who spends her time on a ranch and with cattle and worries about things like drought and those kind of things on a daily basis for a living. And so it was interesting that I went to look for, I went to see Becky's reaction to that commercial. Uh, And I'm just going to let her know that I just said that because I don't know that she's listening. So I wanted to. So sometimes when I'm communicating, I try to make sure that the people who um, I talk about in a good way, because I respect Becky a lot and her opinion of things. I really did. I went to see. Um, uh, went to see what she was saying. All right. So Danica has responded. My first question was, as a social media person for an agency here, I asked her how she spends a lot of her time online. And her first part of her question or her answer is, I spend a lot of time scouting the latest news on Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus, and anything else she can flip through very quickly. Her second part of her second part of her response was, I'm kind of on constant watch for all of my clients. Work goes home with me. I manage 24/7 as needed. Completely understand that. Okay. Uh huh. So most love it. Some found flaws. So Becky responded to my fact that I actually went to her to find out what her reaction was, and she says, "Oh, but I heard about it, about the ad from just about everyone with any rural connection. Most love it. Some found flaws. I found flaws and loved it." So okay, so we got her answers to question one. So now I'll just go back over to my trusty little list on Google Plus and ask the next question. And what's interesting is it always happens is that I always get the numbers off, right? I'll either miss the question two or whatever. So we're actually on question three, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go here. Question three. How do you keep track of all the conversations for your brand and for those of your clients, right? That was three. Ah. Ooh. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sorry I got quiet. I forgot all about that I was talking. That is hilarious. So, like blank spot, dead spots in the whole conversation. Anyway, so we know now that one, either you're not listening because you haven't tweeted, "Hey Cheryl, we can't hear you," and and two, I apologize because I can't do 15 things at once because I was actually looking for um, the post that I did on the Ram truck ad, and and I to respond to something Becky was saying, and but funny. So okay, so the next question was because Danica is an educator, she uses social media in the classroom, and so my question was. You are also an educator using social media in the classroom. Is there a difference in how you use social media versus for business? Um, into the curriculum. And ooh, data storage is one that uh, I'm going to ask. Oh, oh, uh-huh. So her response was that she uses it for in the same respect as a communication tool, and then for data storage. And it's funny because I was just asking her to to expound upon that, and she says she uses it a lot more cloud-based tools and wiki-based tools in comparison to how she uses it as a business communications tool. So that's really interesting, and I think that okay. So good. The fact that Danica is actually communicating with some of the other people, and other people are communicating with her within the Twitter chat, I think is great. Um, so I'm going to. She has answered question 4 with a couple of responses. So I'm going to go on to question 5. Um, and because on my deal it's question 6, I'm going to, how important is it for teachers and other educators to use social media, right? So, yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, Becky says that she heard one farmer object to the commercialization of the message, but overwhelmingly positive response. I get that. I get that. That's probably something that people could get. Oh, you Google Drive to connect. Okay, kids could work on projects. Okay. I like that. Uh huh. Yes. Uh huh. Nice. Okay. Very smart. Okay, so what she was saying is that with a minimal budget in the LA school district, she used Google Drive, which used to be Google Docs, to let kids work on projects together and have kind of a digital classroom from for their computer or device, or it takes all the cost out of the digital classroom as far as storage use goes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to try to retweet one that is um, not so long. Ugh, can't retweet that one. Um, so my next question was how important is it for teachers and other educators to use social media? And so she's answering, it's really relative to the class, students and needs. She likes it for high school and college level, um, but below that, not real sure if it's relevant to younger students. So I think, and then her next question is, I think on your own as a teacher, using social media is a huge asset to building classroom discussions and finding topics, etc. Completely agree with that. I'm going to retweet this one just on general. There we go. Okay, and so what I just did is I went back over to my twitter.com. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 windows open, including my email. Uh, so, I can come over to, including this podcast, which I don't think is going very well, but hopefully you're getting an idea of what happens in Twitter chat. If you're listening to this podcast after the fact, I completely apologize because you're going to be a little confused. But